I say we are spiritually connected. Else is up to you.
Yeah, excellent answer, my dear Ajit. I appreciate your answer. Your answer is very good. And if I had not had a concept in my mind, maybe I would have agreed. But because God has given me, I don't, that my ideas are not my ideas. I hope you understand that. My ideas, I am just a postman. I take the letter and I deliver it. In these olden days, that if you have seen the movie, that postman comes, that girl starts kissing the postman. तुमने मेरे जान का चिट्ठी लेके आया, अरे वो मैं तो सिर्फ postman हूँ यार. She starts hugging the postman. मेरा letter लेके आया. So I am only a postman. I only bring what I get from the divine. So I'm still looking for last one more. I think my time is running out. Last
Can
one.
I ask,
sir?
Yes, let's. We'll have Samita and Rajendra Makwana. And one by one, you all can go in.
Yeah, Samita, go.
Samita, bolo.
Shivom, sir.
Shivom.
Sir, when you are comfortable with your own company, means yourself, and when you see the soul in others, like when you realize I and the other person are not different, I see each person as the same. At soul level, when we are connected, we feel, that can show that you are spiritually evolving and connected.
Very good answer. So, my dear friends, what I want you all to realize is that everybody who comes on this Ask Air, each one is a guru. Because you all must pay attention to what everybody says. Everybody's opinion is very good. Please, of course, every one or two people who by now one or two people will be joking and they will not be. But otherwise, you are all very divine spiritual seekers. It is a blessing of God that we have such a group together. I'm telling you, I don't mean, it's very rare to find. You show me one more place where there's such a group of divine people meeting and discussing. Just show me one more group, and I will. It is very, very divine. So please listen to everybody's point, because I'm so happy. All your answers are so good, but still God gave me some other idea. So I have Rajendra Makwana, last chance. Bolo Rajendra. Rajendra.
Yeah, Ashok ji, आप बोलिए.
मैं बोलूं?
बोलो अशोक.
Please, आप बोलिए.
Sir ji, I can tell you that you are a messenger for us from God.
Thank you, Ashok. You may call me that, but I am nothing. I am nothing. Whatever I am, He is. So that is what I say.
Whatever you do, he makes you do that.
So that is why we have to surrender to the divine. So are you attempting an answer to this, or you just wanted to give this comment?
I just wanted to give this.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your kind words. Rajendra, last, you have to go last, Rajendra. Time is running out.
Yeah,
Guruji.
Aware. For me, how do I know that I'm spiritually connected is that I'm eagerly waiting for our call at 8 p.m. every day. One thing. Second thing, when last time I went for the Guru Pujan at out of Mumbai at Delhi, between Delhi and UP for the Guru Pujan, there also I could not regularly attend these sessions, Ask Air sessions. So I had a regret. And now also from 7th September to say 11th or 12th September, I will be in Dahanu wherever Guruji is arriving, and we are going to have the 2 days Ganesh Utsav, some puja and all. So their internet facility is not there, and internet connectivity is also very poor. So right from today, I am regretting that I am likely to be missing those sessions.
So there's a reason why God made you go last, because my answer was in your mouth, but you don't know that my answer was in your mouth. Aapne jo bola, my answer was in your mouth, but you do not know, because probably मेरे एंटीना ऊपर है और आपकी एंटीना थोड़ी ऐसा है, तो and because you already said the answer.
Yes.
You already said the answer without knowing you said the answer.
Yes,
you do not know you said the answer. Now you know what the answer, let me tell you. Here is the answer. God told me, how do you know you are spiritually connected? And Rajendra Makwana said he's going to be in 3-4 days in some place and the connection is very bad. That is the answer. The answer is this. You know you are spiritually connected just like you know your Wi-Fi is working. If your Wi-Fi is working, your messages will go, your email will go, your WhatsApp will go, your Google search will go. But even though your Wi-Fi, your signal shows it's working, but if it is not working, messages will not go, email will not go, email will not come. Have you all noticed this?
Yes.
Have you noticed sometimes in WhatsApp, it will be one circle. You want an important message to go, it's not going. You want to
Yeah.
play YouTube, it's not playing. You want an email, it's not coming. Just, this is the message I got from the divine. Just like Wi-Fi. And Rajendra Makwana inadvertently mentioned something, not knowing he's mentioning it. Inadvertently, we know we are spiritually connected when our messages to God go and come. When you are able to communicate with the divine, when you are able to send a message from your heart to the divine, and you are able to receive a message from God, that shows you are spiritually connected. When you are not spiritually connected, what happens? That message will not go to God. He will not hear your voice because of the noise. You have so much noise that he cannot hear your voice. So if you want to hear God's voice similarly, you have to cut off the noise. And if there is too much noise, there is no chance of you to be connected to God. How do you connect to God, my friends? That is the goal. The goal is to connect to the divine. The goal is to be able to communicate with the divine. We don't know, the power is inside us, the power is in you, the power is in me, the power is everywhere. But we are unable to communicate. That's why we struggle. That's why we are spiritually disconnected. Because how much ever, say some of you say, I say mantras, very good. Some of you have dhyana, some of you have silence, some of you do jnana. Amazing, very good. Please continue doing it. But you have to be a yogi. For the yogi, the spiritual Wi-Fi never gets cut. For the yogi, there is no bhoga. There is only yoga. And this is near impossible. I am telling you from my own experience, it is near impossible. But the moment bhoga takes us aside, the moment bhoga takes you and you come back to yoga, your spiritual connection is not broken. Your goal is to come back to that spiritual connection. Your goal is to remain in that state of yoga as a yogi. So remember this example, when the Wi-Fi doesn't work, remind yourself, is my spiritual connection with God working? Am I able to send a message? And more importantly, am I able to receive a message? When you want God's message to come to you, are you able to listen to God? God will speak through any way, through an inner voice, through a message on the WhatsApp, through a letter, through a TV program, through somebody's talk, through a book you are reading. God knows to talk to you. But the question I leave you today, do you know to listen to God? Do you know to listen to God? And if you do, then your spiritual connection is on. Thank you, my friends. Administrator, let's start with questions.
First question, Amitash.
Amitash, please start.
Shivoham, Master.
Shivoham.
Master, how do we heal ourselves? As many people are saying on Instagram, especially Western people, that there are some blockages of past things, and if we heal ourselves, it is better. There are many ways to do it: spiritual healing, this Reiki, chakra healing. But what is your take on it, Master?
You don't need any of these things. Spiritual healing is just living as the divine spirit. You don't need any Reiki, chakra, nothing. These are taking you away from Sat Chit Anand. You have to remain in that state of realization that I am not the body. What is this chakra? You're again going back to the body. You're going back to the body which you are not. Why are you going back to the body? You are the divine soul. Realize this. That is your goal. The moment you realize, my answer to you is stick to the words Neti Neti Tattvamasi. This is the Mahavakya of the Upanishad. This is a 4,000, 5,000-year-old statement of the Upanishad. Stick to that. Just stick to that. You don't need anything. Why are you jumping into the well? Because to get some water, you're jumping in the well without realizing that you will fall inside the well and you will be lost. The moment you get into all these activities, it is very dangerous because you can't come back. You get caught in that and you think you are progressing. It's just like I told my question, you think you have a spiritual connection. The Wi-Fi signal shows in your device, but actually there is no message going and coming. You're fooled. You're fooled by so many impressive campaigns, but you don't realize. The truth is, my dear friend Amitash, we are the divine soul. Shivoham, Shivoham, Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi is another second statement in the Mahavakyas, Upanishads. Please stick to this. It's so simple. Why are we complicating? Stick to the Mahavakyas. Neti Neti Tattvamasi Ayamatma Brahma Prajnanam Brahma Aham Brahmasmi. Is it difficult? That's
No,
all
Master.
you need. That's all, nothing else.
Understood, Master. Understood, Master.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Avinash.
Master.
Thank you. Next question, please.
Avinash is next.
Avinash. Yes, Avinash.
Yes, sir. So actually, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Yeah,
Avinash.
yes. I raised hand to give the answer of your previous question, but no issues. The question that I had is that sometimes we say that because of karma, we do not get things on time. Okay, so now the way you explain, like if Wi-Fi connection is there, you will get things instantly respond from God. But
Yeah.
sometimes, like we know that we do something, but things won't happen immediately, right? So in that aspect, how you will correlate this? Like if I spiritually connected or not?
The moment you are the ego and the mind and the body, then you are not controlled by the spiritual connection. You are controlled by karma. Suppose a normal man, he has no spiritual connection. What will happen in his life? Whatever will happen in his life is based on his karma. Whatever is happening in your life, in my life, in everybody's life today is not luck, is not chance. It is karma unfolding. So the moment you have a spiritual connection, then you are free from karma. Then nothing happens in your life. Whatever happens is a drama, is a leela, is a maya. Nothing happens that troubles you. You are living in a state of ananda. There is no problem. There is no misery. But for that, Avinash, we have to have that spiritual connection. In that spiritual connection, we let go of all karma. There is no karma left. This is the truth. If you want to understand this little spiritually, my dear friends, read the Katha Upanishad. The Katha Upanishad explains the story of Nachiketa. One day, I hope I will talk about it one of these days. How that boy Nachiketa meets Lord Yama. Just a story in Upanishad. It's called Katha Upanishad, where he says at death how to be liberated. How can we be liberated from Punarjanam, from rebirth? That is the goal. And that happens when you have the spiritual connection. So Avinash, if you don't have the spiritual connection, as per karma, things will happen. The timing depends on karma. The happening depends on karma. Everything depends on karma. How can you pass karma? How can you bypass karma? Just like you have got a big traffic jam in Bombay. Many of you are from Bombay, Pune side. You have big traffic jam. What do? You take a bypass. You take a bypass. Suppose the heart has got a heart attack, a lot of blockages. What do doctors do? They do bypass surgery. So we have to do a bypass from karma. When you bypass karma, then you reach God. Thank you. Next question, please.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Administrator.
It's Bridget. She says, I can't talk. I'm in an appointment.
So will you read the question?
Yes. How much time soul takes to rebirth? I think rebirth she's written, but I think it's rebirth. Do you know?
Bridget, the soul is probably reborn. First of all, the soul is not reborn. The soul is an energy. The soul makes the me reborn. Who is reborn? Not the soul, the me, the mind and the ego. In my view, it is instant. It is instant. Why it is instant? Because there are lakhs of people dying every day. Probably, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 1.5 lakh people dying every day. So if 1.5 lakh people in the world die every day, people plus animals, birds, there may be millions of people dying every day. So the soul lives with the mind and the ego, and they are instantly transferred into a new conception. Conception means when one male and female cell becomes one, whether it is in a human being or an animal. Whenever there is a conception, that happens instantly. So the moment there is death somewhere, there is birth somewhere else. It doesn't take time, because there is other people, they believe in something called the astral world, the purgatory. All this is imagination. We have no reason to believe in all these things. We believe that God has created. It's like, how the earth rotates around the sun. Does the earth stop? Does the earth have a holiday? Is there any holiday for the earth to go round and round and round? No, there is no holiday. The earth continues every day, every day. The process doesn't stop. So according to me, my understanding is God's processes, they don't stop. It is all instant. Death happens in one moment, next moment birth happens. And only remember this, the soul is not reborn, Bridget. It is me, M-E, mind plus ego. Thank you for joining. You are in an appointment somewhere. I see you with a mask, but nice that you have joined, even though you're in an appointment. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Bridget. Next question, please.
Oppo Reno.
Nupur.
Oppo.
Oppo.
Reno. Yeah.
Oppo Reno. Oppo, yes, please.
Hello, Shivoham Sarji.
Shivoham.
Sir, once I read your book Happiness, and while I was reading, I suddenly fall asleep. I fall asleep, and then in dream I completely felt my soul and body separated. And every breath I was taking, I felt God is coming within me, and as I'm inhale, I felt God in every breath I was taking. Every particles, the words you written in that book, I felt very nearly. But I want to be in that state every moment. But as I wake up, that suddenly vanished everything which I felt in my dream.
So for a dream is only a dream, right? When you wake up, the dream is not the same as the reality. But when you reach that state of Sat Chit Anand, when you reach that state of enlightenment, when you reach a state of realization of the truth, then you don't need to see it in the dream. Then you can experience it when you are awake. Because the problem in the dream, Oppo, I'm calling you Oppo because your name is showing Oppo. The problem is you can't go back into your dream. Anybody can go back into yesterday's dream? It is impossible. It is God is some things we must understand, and we must realize the magic of the divine. You can go to New York, you can go to New Zealand, you can go to New Delhi, but you can't go back to you can't have a new dream going back into an old dream. So, my dear, you have to reach that state of realization. You have to reach that state of enlightenment to feel that presence, not when you are dreaming and you are sleeping, but when you are awake. I hope you get my point. Thank you.
Thank you.
Administrator, next question.
Kiran Katuria.
Kiran Katuria.
Shivoham Pranam Guruji. Shivoham.
Bolo Kiran.
Guruji, you were talking about spiritually connect. When we are connected, when we are silent, I feel we are connected to God. What is your opinion?
So I just told you, I'm repeating, please pay attention, Kiran. In silence, you are right. You may be feeling that you're connected to God, correct? But how do you know you have a spiritual connection? This is the answer. You know you have a spiritual connection when you are able to receive God's messages. If you are able to receive God's messages, Kiran, that means you have a spiritual connection. It shows your spiritual Wi-Fi is working.
Yes.
If you are not able to get God's messages, that means your spiritual Wi-Fi is not working.
Okay.
You understood what I'm saying, I hope?
Yes.
Are you, the challenge is, and Kiran, I cannot fool you and you cannot fool me in this matter, because we want this sadhana, we want this abhyasa to be able to listen to God's divine message. Because when we are able to listen, then we will be in that state of Satyam Shivam Sundaram. Satyam Shivam Sundaram. You feel the God's divine presence everywhere. Some of you must be thinking, this air is a madman. Every week he's going here, 1 week he's here, 1 week he's there. Why? Why do I go? Do you all know? Anybody knows why I go?
You want to be in silence and without disturbance. You want to be
Exactly.
with God and
Exactly.
do your
So
work.
that you can focus. So that you can focus.
So that I can be away from the samsar and be one
Maya.
with God. So
Maya.
if I come back to Bangalore for 2 days, like my brain becomes like a machine, like a factory is working. Then I have to get out and I just go to places where there is nothing. I go, it doesn't matter where I go away to place where there's nothing.
Guruji, mummy is very sad these days. I don't know why, but mummy is quiet and she's quietly doing her work and she is very silent. I
No,
don't know whether she is sad or she is in connection with God or what is there. I don't know.
No, she may not be. I don't think she's sad. She's in contemplation. If she wasn't sad, then we would see a different mindset and a different persona. She is in contemplation. She is in deep dhyan. So don't worry about her. She is a divine soul. She is a divine soul and she is contemplation. She is all the time trying to be in yoga. So don't
But I
disturb.
don't understand why she's so silent.
I am not sad.
Okay, Tanu, you got the message. Administrator, next question, administrator.
Guruji, I enjoy Satyam Shivam Sundaram bhajan very much. Very
So
much.
once in a way, you smile a little more so they know that you are in dhyan and you are not sad. Okay, you smile a little more to them.
Your blessings are required for the guidance. Thank you so much for.
Thank you, Kiran. Thank you, Tanu. Administrator, do we have any more questions?
Next is Jyotri.
Jyotri, question from Jyotri, please.
It's a typed question,
Please read.
It's not very clear.
Please read.
I know it's not possible with all, if everyone in the world get nirvana, if everyone will follow the formula of celibacy, then what will happen?
My dear Jyotri, please don't think that celibacy is equal to enlightenment. This is a wrong connotation. God has made male and female and has given us the ability to copulate, to have a physical intimacy. If God did not want it, why would he create male and female? Why would he create a situation where man and woman have intercourse? Why would he do it? So this is a wrong feeling to believe that first of all, celibacy is equal to enlightenment. It is a wrong feeling. And your question with whether it's not possible if everyone in the world gets nirvana. Why do we think about everyone? You, Jyotri, you think about yourself. I think about myself. And if we can help some people, we can. But if first we have to work on, you talk of the word nirvana. What did Buddha say? Apo Deepa Bhava. Light your own lamp. And for that, the formula of celibacy is not, no, if somebody told you that if you are celibate, you can attain God, that is the biggest lie. It is not true at all. Because celibacy is just one aspect of life. And I don't believe that celibacy and enlightenment are closely connected. What you should not do is, you should not become like an animal, like a dog, for example, who has got no control on his sexual behavior. But God has given us, just like a lot of people say, a lot of Jains say, don't eat food. How can you not eat food? Now you don't eat food, you have vrat. You don't have food, only drink water for 1 year, for 2 years, for 5 years. Some of them say we will eat 1 dana of rice. What is the logic? So let us not follow these fairy tales. Thank you, Jyotri. Any more question, Administrator?
Yes, we have from Nishu. It's the last question.
Yeah.
How do we know that it's a message from God? Sometimes we wish for something, some small thing, and it happens. That is a signal from God too, I think.
No, it's not. Just because you wish something and it happens, it is not a signal from God. Because understand, you have to break up spiritual thinking in a very logical manner. So Nishu, question 1, if you wish for something, can it happen? Now Sanjay Das, just by wishing for something, Sanjay Das is saying no. It's a simple, anybody on the spiritual path understands that by wishing for something, it cannot happen. You cannot have attraction, you need action. If there is something happening in your life, it is nothing but a reaction to your own action. God is not sitting in Kailasha like Swami Nityananda and pouring and giving you all prasadams from, he has opened a country of his own. That Swami, I saw one video saying his country's name is called Kailasha. Now, if you start thinking like Lord Shiva is sitting in Kailasha and he's sending prasadam to you from Swami Nityananda. No, so Nishu, the point is, you know the message from God when you are in yoga, when your spiritual Wi-Fi works. So my concluding answer is also matching our original question. So Nishu, the only way to know whether God is talking to you, whether it is God sending something to you, because you may have two voices, a voice of your mind and the voice of your soul. How do you differentiate the voice? So Nitya, please make note of this. We should probably do this one session. We should have only this question. How do I know it is the voice of my mind or the voice of my soul? How do you know? Sometimes we human beings, we have to develop what is called a conscience. Some people don't understand the meaning of conscience. What is conscience? So these are all questions that we should not miss. I'm giving you a lot of ideas for questions going forward. But my dear Nishu, how do we know it's a message from God when your spiritual Wi-Fi is on? You can communicate. It is not by a wish coming true. Wish may come true, that is karma. But when we have got a beautiful connection with God, how do we know? We know when one of the members gave the answer. I'm not sure it was when we are in a state of Sat Chit Anand. I'm not sure. I think Ajit gave this answer. That when we are in a state of Sat Chit Anand. How did I know Ajit gave the answer? Not from my memory, but from my consciousness. I become conscious of it. When you realize it, you don't have to memorize it. So I'm not memorizing what people are telling. But when I asked in my consciousness, I said, Kisne bola Satchidanand? Am I right? Ajit, apne bola Satchidanand? So immediately my consciousness said, Ajit. So the point is this, Nishu, when you are in that state of Satchidanand, your spiritual Wi-Fi is working and you can get the message from God. My dear friends, today I want to bow down to all of you because you are such an amazing group. You are such an amazing, you are such divine souls. And you know, because you are seeing the same people coming every day and you are seeing the same question answers from people and you are seeing the commitment and the dedication and the devotion to enlightenment. I need not say more. Main kya bolu? I don't have to say anything. You have got sometimes a new person like Dattatreya comes and joins and he becomes part of this family. There are some people who come and some of them go, some of them come back. It is their karma. Remember something, when some of the people who are missing in this group, their karma does not allow them to be here. It is not easy. You think it's easy to remain in a group like this? No, it needs divine grace, because this group is like a boat and we all are rowing this boat to destination enlightenment. Everybody will not get there, but this boat is going there. And if we all continue and we are committed and we are dedicated, we will reach there. And therefore, today I want to take the opportunity to actually bow down to all of you for being such an amazing group. Sincerely, from my heart and soul, I feel deeply grateful to all of you for being so devoted to the session of question answers that we feel God's presence every day at 8. We feel the divine presence here. And that is not because of me. It is because of you. It is all of you who are divine souls. You are all divine Atmas. And you are coming with your bhakti bhava. You are coming with the divinity in you. And you're coming with your devotion. And you're coming with so much humility that this brings God's energy to this call. I bow down to you and I thank you.